Hi, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Karen and Kat. I'm Karen Scott Green.
And I'm Kat Hardrick.
And we are here today with Mimi Cole and Jaidah Liverman. Welcome, ladies.
Hey, what's up, sisters? How y'all doing?
Good.
Thank you both for joining us today. We had some technical issues going on, but I think the gremlins are all worked out. So Mimi and Jaidah join us today from an organization called the Ivy Elite. And Ivy Elite is a social integration program that enhances the lives and supports individuals living with disabilities and their families. So, Mimi, you are the founder. Tell us your why for creating this organization and what was the need that you saw, and what are you servicing? Who are you servicing?
Okay, so my why was simply because I have a nephew that is autistic, and I worked in mental health field for 15 years prior to starting this business as a placement coordinator, placing individuals in group homes or getting them like staff, and they were not equal. And what I mean, they were in placing group homes with people who weren't as active as they were, like a 20-year-old in the same house with a 55-year-old. And we're supposed to be an inclusive program, person-centered, and that wasn't happening. And I did that for so long, and I just wanted to change. So 2 days before COVID, I decided that I was no longer going to be in corporate America, and I started my business. And my friend Jaidah, she was my assistant, and I asked her to come along with me because she's detail oriented and she's calm and cool, collected, and I'm not at times. So I needed her strength to help me in my weakness, and that's how the Ivy Elite started.
Okay, you said
I love that
before COVID.
Yes, 2 days before COVID. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and like you were asking about servicing the individuals that we service. So we service all individuals with DDD, which is developmental disabilities. However, we are a program that is we try to work with those individuals who are more social, those that are more high functioning. That's what the is in their environments. Mostly individuals who live with their families or live in like apartments or assisted living, so that they're able to go out in the community and engage as if they were regular people, just like you and I. Because I saw where that was not happening. I was going to day programs and they were just sitting down coloring, or they were sitting down, watching a movie. So Jaidah, we also have a third person who is a part of our business. She's an occupational therapist. She's not here with us today, but we sat down and we thought of a plan how we were going to be inclusive and make sure that we still included everyone, but also managed to get them and foster an environment where they were truly active. And that's how the Ivy Elite Day program started. Our foundation is so that we can provide financial blessings to the families who can't afford the day program, because it's a 5-day-a-week program where they don't have their waivers yet, which we'll get into later. Like we work off and get paid from Medicaid waivers or from personal funding or donations. So
do you use the Katie Beckett waivers?
No, Katie Beckett doesn't. Katie Beckett is for those kids who are still in school. We do Medicaid waivers, which are comp and now waivers. That's the waivers that we accept are private pay.
Okay.
Can y'all, I don't know if what you just said explains what those waivers are, but to those of us that don't understand what those mean, can you elaborate on those just a little bit and then tell folks how they need to go about getting a waiver so that they can become a part of your program?
Absolutely. Comp waiver is for individuals who have more intensive supports or more intensive needs. They don't have to live, they can live on their own, or they can live with their families. And the non-waiver is for individuals who don't have as much support needed. You go through the same process. It's just depending upon how much money you receive. You have to reach out to DBHDD, and that's ddhdd.ga.gov. You reach out to them and inform them that you want to sign up for the waiver program. But the waiting list is very long. families oftentimes wait until their kid is about to age out, which is at 22 now, before they start looking into the program. You have to actually start as soon as you find out that your child or your loved one has a special need, because that's how long the waiting list is. And if you don't constantly call and make communication between DBHDB, you can be stuck in the wind. We have people who've been waiting 10 and 15 years. And the thing about Georgia is they don't tell you about the programs. They don't tell you what's available to you. And that's where we come in there. We help you get started. Jaidah and I help you through the process. We even help families get SSI, because a lot of times families think because they have income that their loved one can't get it. And they're like, how do we pay for this? Well, you can get SSI for your child and then move forward in the process. All types of resources are available that families don't know about.
That is so true.
Very true.
And for those who may not have caught that acronym, it's the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities here in Georgia. And if you're watching this and you're outside of Georgia, which some people may be, each state has some comparable agency. And if you can't find out that agency, check with your Department of Social Services. Whatever your state calls, in Georgia, it's DFAC. And they can connect you, somebody within that agency can connect you to those, to whoever the agency is that works and handles those programs.
Yeah.
But so what are some of the activities that the participants in your programs do on a daily basis?
Well, we have a schedule. We have a monthly calendar that we create, and we do different activities. Like for Halloween, we went to the corn maze in Buford. We've gone to the Fairbank. We've been to the planetarium. We go to the library very often. We volunteer. We do a lot of things. If we're mostly try to have them out in the community to engage with other individuals. But if we're just in the building, we do like music therapy, crafts, science projects, peer reading, job readiness workshops. We do different things. So we really have them be engaged on a daily basis.
I was going to ask about job readiness. Sorry, Kat.
No, you know, I love our relationship, because just how Mimi said Jaidah needed to come in on balance, you know, Karen be asking questions that's already in my head. So I just be like, okay, go and run with it, girl. Go and run with it. But definitely wanted to talk about the job readiness. But I wanted you to also highlight, didn't you guys have an event where it was like a black tie event or award or some type of ceremony that y'all had? I saw on y'all social media page. What was that about? Where did y'all go with that?
Oh, that was the Tim Tebow prom.
Yes, we went to prom.
Please tell.
Yeah, talk about that.
It was pretty much I believe it was a Friday. We had one, and we had closed down the program, and we pampered our individuals. We took them, you know, and our staff members. We took us to go find a dress, go get our nails done, go get our feet done. If some of the fellows needed a haircut, get them a haircut. So we went all out for them. They had corsages. They look better than some of the people that's like you and I. Like they had so much fun. They had got Prom King and Queen awards and tiaras and crowns at the end of the night. They just had a ball, and some of the parents even accompanied us, and we had our own little like dinner upstairs while they had chaperones downstairs. So it was a great time.
Yeah. Was there a cost for that, or was it funded through the program?
Yeah, it's funded. So Tim Tebow is a former NFL football player, and he was a missionary. So that's how he started the Tim Tebow Foundation. So what he does is it's called One Night to Shine. There's different, every year it's a different theme, but the entire thing is One Night to Shine for individuals with special needs. And they're posted throughout the country. They're on the same night everywhere. And he provides this amazing atmosphere for individuals with special needs to go to prom, and everyone is king, and every man is a king, and every woman is a queen. So they all get crowns with king and queen tiaras and crowns. It's so amazing. They walk in a parade. They do the red carpet. They have paparazzi, and it was so fun. They enjoyed it. They talked about it for days, and they started already asking us, when are we going to prom? Are we going to prom again? When are we going to prom? When are we going to prom? So we like, it's February. We're getting it together for you guys. They're ready to go. Ready to go.
I love it.
Girl, I love seeing those videos. When I saw the pictures, I was like, okay, they doing that. It looked like so much fun. So that was something that I really, really liked, because just the reality of it is people forget that population of people, and they're still human beings, and they still need to be loved. They still need to be treated with respect. And so I love that when I saw that piece. You know, I work with children with autism for part-time for 3 years. And, you know, everybody needs to have wraparound service treated with respect. So to that, Karen was leading into what are some of the other programs. But what I wanted to know too is there a cost associated with the program that's offered to the parents, to the family members?
No. So for the family supports, as far as we do, like therapeutic services for the families, we have moments where we do kind of like what we're doing now, where we'll sit down and we'll talk, because caregiver burnout is real. You have to take care of the caregivers. Caretakers need breaks as well. So what we do is once a month, we have a respite where the families can come. They can bring their individual. It has absolutely nothing to do with the day program. It's just an opportunity to go and relax. Go to Jaidah, go bowling, go get your nails done. And the only thing that we ask is that people provide to us a donation, because we are an official 501c3 organization. So any donations is tax deductible, so that the families can come. If you need assistance as far as getting caught up with your Social Security benefits, your food stamp benefits, no, we do not charge you to assist you with that. That is part of the foundation, because we know there's a need, and oftentimes the parents don't have time. We are trustworthy women. Parents have given us their information to fill out all types of applications for them. And because we go so hard, we have people in the region who are very upset with us, because we know how to get the money. We know what's available. And when you know how to get the money, you get backlash, because our population, we are women of color, and people oftentimes feel like we are out there trying to do something that most people would try to do, like falsify information. But we try to help families and tell them the real deal, that you have to go out here and search for it, because they're not telling you. They hold on to it, and we go hard. We're currently right now looking for an attorney to assist us in those efforts, because we have found that when the individual ages out, parents that don't have guardianship have the hardest time advocating for their child. They try to make it seem as if their voice doesn't matter. We're currently dealing with a situation right now since March, trying to get an individual out of a group home. But because the mother is not the guardian, they have been impeding the process since March. And this young lady says every day she wants to move. And I was told the mother isn't her guardian, so her voice doesn't mean anything. And we're like, absolutely not. Her word means everything.
How old is the individual?
She is 32 years old.
Okay. Does she have a conservator?
She does not. She is considered her own guardian. She's not incompetent. However, she does need assistance. So we took on the role as advocates, and we're speaking, helping the family. The biggest issue is that people oftentimes want to label people without official diagnosis. And the mother is, they're poverty stricken. They've been in many different types of situations. So they judge the mother before they even allow her to do what she needs to do. So Jaidah and I, China, we're speaking up for them. We are talking, and we are doing our due diligence to get her home where she wants to be, closer to her mother. So this is a hard population. We have to work very hard. Not only are they forgotten, but they also are very misunderstood. And we are trying to make sure that people understand not only them, but their family too.
So do you have an attorney on your board to help you with navigating all of this paperwork before, like the whole education process, to help the parents get prepared before their loved one ages out?
No,
Like Jaidah got some company over there. Jaidah got company.
Yeah. And he's trying to show you his phone. Thank you, Chiron.
No, we are searching for an attorney to join because my little one semester of law school is not going to help us. So we need help. We need help. We need someone who is willing to be just as vigilant as we are to help these individuals because they really need it. We've contacted attorneys that specialize in developmental disabilities and helping families with guardianship, but they're very expensive. And it's just something that's not affordable for us. We're a very new company. We started before COVID. However, the foundation was just active in March. So we just became nonprofit in March.
Okay.
So that's your ask. So basically you want, Karen and Kat listeners, we need to put an ask out to make sure that you get a licensed professional, a licensed attorney, which is Karen's realm. So how would she go about trying to just put an ask out somewhere or
because
go to the bar association? How did you do that?
She could go to the bar association and look for an attorney that does disability work. So that it's Georgia Bar, GABAR.org, GeorgiaBar.org. And you also could check Gwinnett Bar. You can Google Gwinnett Bar Association. And there should be attorneys under there who do that kind of work. I have somebody who I could give a call to see if that's in her wheelhouse.
Yeah. And do you have a board? I mean, because isn't that like when we build boards, we should be thinking about people who can bring value to our nonprofit, not just to say, I sit on the board of, Ivy Elite. No, we need somebody that can add value to that, because that's unfortunate that families have to fight when their loved one age out. And the age is what, 17?
18.
No,
18.
But you age out of high school in order to, you age out of high school on your 22nd birthday. So 18 is the age, wherever, that's the age of maturity, 18. And they start with the guardianship. But as long as you're still in school, you kind of still have a little bit of room to make some things happen because you're still in school. But once you age out at the 22, it's now time to start deciding if you're going to put your loved one in a group home or if you're going to keep them and provide services for them at your home. But many times we find that families at 22 are trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to pay for it. They're not even aware of that Medicaid waiver that's offered to them unless they've had that Katie Beckett before because they couldn't afford they weren't able to qualify for Medicaid, because that's how you get Katie Beckett. You have to not be able to qualify for Medicaid first and then get Katie Beckett, which will assist you with the younger services like respite, which is also called family ease. Respite is when you need a break. It's to help the caregiver. That's, or even your staff person may need a break and just allow them to come over. So there are many programs that are available. You just have to go out there for them because the schools, they don't know about them either. They only know about Katie Beckett, and that's not the end. Katie Beckett is just the start.
That's the start. And listen, a lot of families don't even know about Katie Beckett.
I didn't know
the Katie Beckett waiver. A lot of families don't. And
is there an education piece, Mimi, that you can educate families on this? Do you already offer that so that people can know before 22 or whatnot? Do you have a component in your program to kind of help parents start preparing for that years before?
Yes, we are a complete full resource center that provides information, and we lead you to the people that you need to know. Like that's why we're working on getting an attorney. That's one of the main goals that we have, is getting an attorney, because guardianship is #1 issue that we have been facing with this year. And we do provide information. We provide informative sessions. We ask that you just go to our website, theivyelite.com info. You can email us at info@theivyelite and just set up a meeting. We don't charge you for that. Information is free. We just provide it to you. We give you the knowledge, and we just ask that you apply it so that you are powerful, because that's what makes you powerful, having the knowledge and using it. So we give it to you.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I love that you're a resource center. So it's not that you're just providing activities for them during the daytime. You're treating the family holistically. That individual and the entire family holistically, because that person doesn't come into your program by themselves, right?
Right.
it's the whole family that's involved. It's the caregivers. And so that village that's around the family is getting support, and that's a wonderful service that you're providing.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many people currently are in your program, and what is the capacity that you have for participants? So where are you in that?
Jaidah?
Currently we have about, I'm sorry. We have about what, six, seven. We have one that's coming this week. But capacity wise, we're trying to have a lot, trying to expand very soon and have multiple locations. But for now, we're starting with what we have. Okay. And we're grateful. We are so grateful for our individuals. They are simply like family right now. We've known a lot for a couple of years. We know some of them for a couple of years, and like to piggyback before, their family really trusts them with us. Like recently, one of the individuals was going to Dubai, and unfortunately, something had happened. They even asked. They was going to ask if one of us can go with their individual to Dubai.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So the fact that a family, their mom wants one of us out the country is just like a blessing.
Was that Dubai ticket gonna be? Can I like?
We were ready. We were like,
you might need a chaperone, Jaidah. You might need a chaperone. You might.
We were so ready.
Just like amazing. But yeah, we're currently we still are open to having more individuals. We're always out in the community handing out brochures, business cards, going to events. We always market. So,
and if someone wanted to get in contact with the Ivy Elite, how would they do that?
We have a number of sources. You can either go on our Instagram page, the Ivy Elite Foundation. You can go on our Facebook page, the Ivy Elite Foundation. You can email us at info@theivyelite.com. We also have a business phone number, so it's 678-424-0711. And you can reach out to us. We get to you in seconds. Any source.
And look, what's that phone number once again, just in case somebody was trying to write that down?
Yes, it's 678-424-0711.
And where do they send the money at, girl? Where do they send the money, me and Jaidah? Where they send the money?
Yeah, that's me. Let's right there. You go to the website, www.theivyelite.com, and you click that button that says donate. Or you can go to Chase Bank and you can ask for the Ivy Elite Foundation and make a deposit at Chase Bank.
Because that's what we always want.
Do you guys ever
go ahead?
I was saying, or you can go to Navy Federal as well. We're at Chase Bank, Navy Federal. And you let them know you want to make a donation, and they'll provide to you the slip, and we'll gladly accept and provide to you your donation slip.
Is there a donation link on your website?
Yes.
All right. And so that is theivyelite.com, theivyelite.com, theivyelite.com.
And do you guys take volunteers? If you had volunteers, do they need to do a background check and all the other good stuff when you deal with the population in which you serve?
Absolutely. We love volunteers. We love it. We want you to come. We especially love the men when they come because, again, this population lacks the use of male leadership and encouragement. So we welcome it. You do have to have a local background check. You pay for that yourself. You bring it over to us. It has to be less than 30 days old from your application. We get you interviewed. We see how you can work with us, and we schedule you Monday through Friday. And if we have a respite day, we'll ask for that as well. We go out in the community, help families pick up their leaves in the summertime. We do whatever. These individuals love to get out in the community. We do food drives. Right now, we're currently about to feed a family for Thanksgiving. They're excited about that. We talked about it yesterday, and they think we're going to cook the food. I had to remind them that we're not cooking the food. We are delivering the meal.
Right.
You still got to prep it, folks. You still got to prep it.
Yeah, we still got to do the prep. And if any outside of that, because we take them out in the community right now, if anybody wants to help us in any way, we are in need of a van, a transportation van. Ours just went out, so we are using our personal vehicles now to transport them. And that is another need that we have, an attorney and a vehicle to continue to utilize the services to the very best of our ability by taking them out. But we have not stopped. It's only been 2 days, and we have used our cars, and we will continue to use them. Right tomorrow, I have to take a mom to get her training to be able to join our program all the way to Stockbridge. So I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to take her to Stockbridge so she can get her training, so she can try to get her daughter some services.
Well, maybe our listeners, there might be someone who owns a dealership who may have a vehicle they want to donate, right? Or a school
who has a reliable van that they're no longer needing. Maybe they got a newer model. Mm-hmm. Or someone that wants to bless the organization with
that's right. Isn't it tax deductible? Isn't it? I don't know. Ask the IRS. Don't I'm a tax advisor, call the IRS, but find out.
You know what I did not ask, and I don't know if it was mentioned. What is the age group? What age population are you servicing at the IRS?
As the day program is concerned, 18 and up.
Okay.
18 and up. Like again, typically day programs start at 22 out of school. However, we do 18 and up because you're an adult. We're an adult day program, so you must be 18 years or older to attend the program. In the summertime, we offer a little camp where if you have a child 16 on, you can bring them over. They're able to attend the summer camp program. This summer we did camping at Stone Mountain Park. They learned how to fish. Yeah. And I got a little mark right here on the side of my face because of us going fishing.
Okay. Story time.
So we do a lot of things that they often.
So you just gonna gloss over that? You're not gonna tell us what happened,
right? Oh no. So it was just me. Like we were fishing, and it was just me. I'm walking with the fishing rod, trying to be cute, and the little fishes.
Oh, you hooked yourself?
Yeah, with the little fishing rod. That was it.
Wait. How you hook yourself? You threw it in
We were walking, and I was like, yeah, we've been camping. I mean, we've been fishing, yeah. And the little rod just bouncing, and I'm walking through this in the face. So, yeah.
All right. Lena, let me see that. You got it.
I need to see the scar.
Yeah. It's all worth it. You know? We got to do it.
Y'all crazy, girl.
We do it for the gram. We doing it for the vine. We definitely gonna help you grow.
Okay. Okay. Girl, that's good. That's good. I love it. Y'all are doing some great work, and absolutely. I love the fact because on the campaign trail, I met a lady who has altered abilities. I have a hard time saying disability because there's nothing disabled about us. We have an altered ability in the way in which we navigate life. And she mentioned about housing and how housing is not friendly to people with altered abilities. Yes. And I thought about that and I said, get the heck out of here. The inventory of housing does not accommodate someone who has a wheelchair or prosthetics or anti-type. And so from her point of view, she has to not only spend the money that we have for affordable housing, I'm doing air quotes, right? But then she has to then invest in altering the entire house to accommodate her and her loved ones. But what if we already had that inventory? You know, and so I love the fact that what you guys are doing is bringing the attention that this community of our fellow human beings need the resources, the support, the caregivers need the support, and we need to get money to you, volunteers to you, attorneys to you, vehicles to you, to make sure programs like this continue and thrive, because there are many, many more people who I'm sure need these resources, and that's why conversations with Karen and Kat exist, so we can spread this around to the masses.
And what do we say? Connecting the needs to the resources.
Yeah,
that was the reason for this podcast.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Talk about the exposure. Families always say my kids haven't been exposed to that. So our job is to expose those people who have not been exposed, because we expose them to the things that many won't think they need to do, like going bowling and joining, or going to the prom that they perhaps may not have been able to do. Going to the Dollar Tree and scanning their groceries because they're so excited that they can pick and choose because they do have a choice. So not only are we exposing them to do things, but we're exposing a culture of people who lack the exposure, because people are scared of us all the time. Like, what's going on, when there's absolutely nothing wrong. So let us expose you to what is real out there. That's what we do at the Ivy League. We provide exposure, not just for them, but for the world around, because this is a culture that needs to be exposed.
Right. Amen.
So,
That's right.
I did want to ask one other question. I know Jaidah was saying that the organization is you're doing some job training or some job skills. Have you partnered with any employers that may be able to place your participants at like a part-time job, like Publix or some other place where they could learn some skills to be able to go on to a job?
We actually have an individual who used to work at Publix. That's funny you said Publix. But that is something that we are looking into doing. When we do our job readiness, we do like mock interviews, because we did have an individual who was going on an interview, and we implemented, like, he came in dressed up with his resume and everything, and we gave him like a interview process, and we get them prepared or how to write a resume, or try to show them how to dress appropriately. So just things, because some of them would like to have a job.
Yeah.
That's why we try to do that, like, at least once or twice a week. But we do plan on partnering with different organizations for that, because they do more work.
Yeah.
And the waiver has changed. They have changed the way, because we're considered a participant direct program or a private pay program. They've taken voc rehab away. So now you have to enlist in voc rehab with the Department of Labor. And so you go there, because they will pay for you 90 days worth of training. They will pay for it, and you'll have a person. And then you move into job coaching. And because we're participant direct, we will not be able to get paid by the waiver for a job coaching. You have to use a traditional provider, which is someone who has a Medicaid number. They have, they get more money, like they have more resources available to them. They have that third party. We eliminated the third party, and we do it directly, because oftentimes, as you know, you see different people with that in the job. We can lose people as well. However, we're there with them all those days. They've known us for years, and we pretty much know them. Whereas someone in a job coaching department, they may change.
I don't know them.
Yeah, they know their skills. So we work and hone in on the skills that they have, and ensure that we are training and equipping them for what they desire to do, because that's the goal. Teach them where they can go, so that they can be better in society, and they can feel good about their choices, because we need to know they have a choice. But because they've taken it away from the comp waiver, which is mostly what we service is individuals with comp waivers, they've taken job coaching or supportive employment away. And now you have to have the now waiver, which is the smaller waiver, because they feel those who have comp don't really need as much assistance, when that's not true.
That's not true at all.
So we provide the service free, and we have the occupational therapist that helps along the way, so that they can get those skills that are needed. And if there's some training that needs to do as far as occupational part, we have that in-house. You don't have to go anywhere for that, so that they can count it there.
You know, that feels like, remember that on Let's Make a Deal years ago when Monty Hall used to be on it, and they had the shell game, and you had to figure out like which shell the thing was under. Yeah, that feels like, okay, where do we go to find the money? And shuffling it as you're trying to figure it out where it is. Feels like a shell game.
Instead of just coming straight out with the facts, you got to guess around and play. That's why.
Like if this is a program that's already meeting the needs of these folks, and the participants have a relationship with them, and they can provide this service, why shouldn't they be authorized to provide that service? But that's government.
Yeah.
And another conversation, another show, Conversations with Karen and Kat. Okay.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Good sis. Usually ask this question. And first we're going to ask it of Mimi. You're pouring into other people on a daily basis, both of you, 5 days a week, and probably more than that, because I'm sure y'all do stuff on your off time as well. You're pouring into people. What do you do, Mimi, and then Jaidah? What do you do to pour into yourself? What are you doing to make sure that you're doing something that benefits yourself?
Well, I love to write. I'm a transformational speaker, so I'm always trying to better myself by listening to motivational speakers. And I have a therapist. Okay. I recommend everyone have them a therapist, a really good one, someone that you can relate to, someone who is going to be honest with you, and you're going to appreciate the honesty. And I'm honest with myself. I've learned to be honest with what I can and cannot do. I have an amazing business partner who will sit me down and tell me I need a break and that I need to calm down. So I listen to my business partners when I need to take a break. Because I know, although I founded this is not just my business. We do this together, and I ensure that we are taking the time that we need to spread the responsibility. Like you said, we not only have a day program, but we have a house where we house 3 individuals right now that wanted to be on their own, and we're getting them together. So we work 24/7, but we take time for ourselves. And I have 2 amazing children that take up my time with sports, and I love to travel. I love to travel, and I have an amazing family that supports me in my decisions. So I spend time with my family, and I travel. That's my thing. I love to travel, and I listen to Damien Escobar. That's my thing.
All right, now. All right.
But before we leave with that, I want to ask you, if you don't mind, can you give a shout out to your therapist? Because I like to, we both like to encourage people to shout out, because we're trying to shatter the negative stigma with having a therapist. So if you don't mind, can you just shout out your doctor? You ain't got to say the whole name, but Dr. Who?
Oh, yeah, I'll say her whole name. She'll love it. Dr. Trinita Nichols. She's the bomb.com. Yes.
All right. Dr. Trinita Nichols in the house. All right.
All right. Love it. And Jaidah, what do you do to make sure that you're pouring into yourself?
I like to shop, so.
I don't know if that's therapy. That ain't the right therapy.
It's retail therapy.
Yeah, it's retail therapy. But I also have a therapist too that I see it's very important to my mental health. Because like we mentioned before, caregiver burnout. I also have a son that has autism. So I mean, I deal with it at work, I deal with it at home. So it's just like sometimes I just need to decompress, and I talk to the therapist, I go shopping, I'll listen to music, or I'll go out somewhere and just enjoy some me time.
Absolutely.
And I see you have your furry therapist in the house. What's his or her name?
His name is Spade, and he is a pain.
The truth there, he's so precious. Do you want to shout out your therapist's name?
Yes, my therapist's name is Dr. Petro, and she's amazing.
Awesome.
One thing I want to add is that at the Ivy Elite, with our staff, we do provide wellness days, and we have a sensory room, and we allow our staff to go into that sensory room whenever they need it. We want to build a brand where people are comfortable and safe, not only working with us, working for us, but working with the individuals. So we provide wellness opportunities so that your entire health is maintained while we are also helping others maintain their mental health. So that's what we offer. So we take that time. I know I go in the sensory room probably 2-3 times on my shift.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. That is perfect.
Yeah. And so what hours is the day program open?
We're open from 8:30 till 2:30. We have extended hours until 5:30 p.m.
Okay. You have drop-ins?
We will take drop-ins. We've had some before, but mostly they're there to stay. Yes.
And again, if someone is interested in contacting Ivy Elite, they can phone at 678-424-0711. Again, that's 678-424-0711. And you can also contact Ivy Elite via email at info@theivyelite.com. And you can also go to the website at theivyelite.com, and you can follow them on Instagram and on Facebook, The Ivy Elite Foundation. On Instagram and on Facebook, it's The Ivy Elite FO. So reach out to this program because they are doing great things in Metro Atlanta area. And I thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's all about, elevating one another. And we have to let people know that these great resources exist so you can get the support you need. So thank you both for being on the show. Thank you for letting us know how you take care of yourself and helping us shatter the stigma around mental health and identifying that you have therapists and providing a great service to our population of people who have altered abilities and they still are valued individuals to our society.
Absolutely. And as always, for our listeners and our viewers, thank you for joining us on this episode of Conversations with Karen and Kat,
where we are impacting the world one conversation at a time.